Golden Radio Hour.
There is a fifth dimension beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Twilight Zone.
Let's get going.
Yeah. Wasting too much time already.
We turned this place into a courtroom long enough.
Barman, give me a drink.
Coming right up.
Hey, barman, pour me one too while you're at it.
Court is back in session. Put that bottle away, Earl.
You heard the judge. No drinking while the circuit court's here. Everybody sit down.
Let's get this thing going. Come on.
In the case of Joe Caswell, will the defendant stand?
He means you. Stand up.
I heard him, Sheriff.
You don't talk until the judge tells you to.
Now then, Joe Caswell, in the shooting of George Bamber's son, Will, you carry a Colt .45, same as the hole in Will Bamber's back, and there was an empty shell in your gun.
He was spoiling for a fight.
You're a dirty liar. My boy wasn't even armed.
If he hadn't have called me out, he'd still be breathing, and I'd be halfway to Cheyenne.
Hear that, Judge?
Sit down, George.
But he admits it.
Quiet. This trial is over. Now, seeing as how there were no eyewitnesses, I can't say who started it and who deserved what. But there's no way this is self-defense. And it's not the first time you've been in circuit court. I've seen you too many times, Caswell. Fighting, thieving, drunk and disorderly, running horses off somebody's spread, and most of the time, folks end up dead. Too many times, mister. You've had your chance and then some. Well, this is the end of the trail. Do you have anything to say before I pass sentence?
I never back down from any man, no matter who he is.
Joe Caswell, I hereby find you guilty of murder and sentence you to death by hanging. Such sentence to be carried out at sunup tomorrow. May God have mercy on your soul. Court's adjourned till next month.
This way, Caswell.
Then I guess I'll just see you in hell, Judge. We'll have a drink on it, you and me.
Drink?
Yep, I'm mighty thirsty myself.
I was here first.
No, you weren't.
Take your turn, boys. Everybody gets served. Now, who's next?
Prelude to a commonplace, if somewhat grim, unsocial event known as a necktie party. The year is 1880, the guest of dishonor, a cowboy named Joe Caswell, now just a few hours away from a date with a rope. He's headed for a short dance, to be performed several feet off the ground, before moving on to the dark eternity that awaits evil men. Mr. Joe Caswell, who, when the good Lord passed out a conscience, a heart, and a regard for others, must have gone off for a beer and missed his. Mr. Joe Caswell, whose time is about to run out in the Twilight Zone.
And now, The Twilight Zone, and our story, Execution, starring Don Johnson, with Stacy Keach as your narrator.
This'll do right here.
That tree hold him, Sheriff?
Sure it will. It ain't that much.
Give me the rope, boys.
Right here.
Throw it over the top branch.
Yeah, hold his horse steady.
I made the knot real good.
Yeah, he did. It's a big one, too.
You did fine, boys.
Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
Reverend.
Shut up, Caswell.
I shall fear no evil.
No need, Reverend. I ain't interested in any prayers.
And your immortal soul. Are you interested in that?
It's my immortal neck I'm concerned about now. It's your pleasure to see that it gets stretched a couple of feet. And since that book of yours ain't gonna stop it from happening, I'd as lief make this short and get it over with.
Go ahead, then.
I'm finished.
Judge?
You got any last words, Caswell?
What would you like to hear?
It's up to you.
Then I'd like to say something about the young man I put a hole in.
Yes?
He had too much mouth and not enough brains.
Why, you...
And I'd invite him out again this morning if I had to do it all over again.
You shot my son in the back, Caswell, which is a long country mile from an invitation to a showdown. If that's all you got to say, I got this to add. I'd like it to take a while. I'd like you to feel it, Caswell. The more you kick, the more justice I figure there is in the world.
I'll do a jig for you, Papa. Just like a puppet. With my hands tied behind my back. How's that? Now, can we get it over with?
All right, put the noose around his neck.
All set.
Smoke, Caswell?
Why bother? I wouldn't get to finish it anyway.
All right, then, that's it.
By the authority vested in me,
Hurry up!
I'll tell you this, Caswell. I've been a judge for 35 years, and the one question that always rests heavy in my gut is whether any human being has the right to condemn another. Maybe this is what should come from God. But in your case, Caswell, you're an evil man, plain and simple. You're a disease. When we hang you, it's a service to humanity. I have no doubt. No doubt at all. Gentlemen, do your job.
Go ahead, you heard him.
Ho! Go on, horse.
What in the... Where'd he go?
He was here, and then, just like that, he...
Oh, my dear God.
I tied the rope around his neck. It was tight, I swear.
I know you did. I saw it.
Then where is he?
That's a good question. What happened to him?
What?
Stay down.
Who are you?
Just try to relax. You're going to be all right.
Where am I?
A long way from home, old friend. A very long way.
I ain't outdoors no more.
No, you sure aren't. My name's Dr. Mannion. You're in my lab in New York.
How'd I get here?
That, I'm afraid, will take some explaining.
Is it day or night?
That hardly matters. The truth is, it's more than a full century after your last moment of consciousness.
But how?
By this, an invention of mine. I wasn't sure it would work, but now I have the proof.
I gotta get out of here.
I suggest you stay where you are. You're in no condition to go anywhere just yet. Can I get you anything? A drink of water?
What's that contraption?
A time machine.
Pretty big for a clock.
I wouldn't expect you to understand. What's happened involves principles of physics you know nothing about. A few minutes ago, you were inside this machine.
Where's my horse?
Well, it's just large enough for a man. It brought you here from where you were.
You mean Montana territory?
Yes. Yes, I suppose that's right. I'd have to check the coordinates. But you have a most distinguished future. You're the first time traveler in the history of man. I'm going to introduce you to a new world, and you're going to tell me all about the old one firsthand. Now, let's loosen your collar and see about that drink of water. Continuation of the previous entry. I offered the subject food and water, especially the latter. He seems quite parched. His clothing appears to be authentic in every detail, including the leather chaps and cowboy boots. After several attempts at conversation, he appeared desperately tired, and I showed him to the bed in my inner office. But I managed to learn the following. His name is Joseph Caswell. He claims to be a trail boss on a cattle ranch in the territory of Montana. His last moment of consciousness was on November 14th, 1888. He says he was on his horse when he suddenly blacked out. He awoke to find himself on the cot in my laboratory after I'd carried him out of the machine. He claimed to remember no other sensations, and he has no real grasp of what has occurred. There's one disturbing point. The marks of a rope are etched deeply into his neck. He offers no explanation for this. And I have one other observation, hardly scientific. I don't like his looks. I don't like the face or the eyes or the expression. The overall appearance is disquieting, even disturbing. I can't escape the feeling that I've taken a 19th century primitive and transported him to a modern day jungle. Heaven help whoever gets in his way. That's all for now.
Who are you talking to?
No one.
Don't lie, I heard you.
This small device is called a digital recorder. I speak into it, and it records my voice. A way to make notes, you might say, without pen and paper.
Yeah?
Here, I'll show you. There's one disturbing point. The marks of a rope are etched deeply into his neck. He offers no explanation for this. See? That's my voice, stored in the machine.
Ain't that something? What else you got in here?
You should rest.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Bed's might soft, though.
Yeah, it would be better if you don't touch anything.
Sure, Doc. I smelt smoke. Spare some tobacco?
What? Oh, of course.
Look at that. Fire right out of the air.
Just a cigarette lighter. It's not magic, I assure you. Look. On, off. On, off, huh?
Mighty slick.
Here, take it. Go on.
What else?
I thought you were tired.
Yeah, plenty of time to sleep, plenty. I want to take a look at the world out there, see things like you showed me in those picture books. Carriages without horses and buildings that go up in the sky.
Oh, they're out there, Caswell. Things you've never seen before.
Then let's get to it.
No hurry. It'll all take some getting used to. Things you can't imagine.
I'm ready.
All right.
What are you doing?
Just pulling the cord on the drapes so you can get a better view.
Huh?
Ta-da! Now, look out the window.
What is that?
New York City. Just as I told you.
Make the noise stop.
Here, settle down. Must be quite a shock for you.
Where'd all those lights come from?
That is what night looks like now, in the big city. But not everything's changed.
Like what?
Ideas, Caswell. Concepts like right and wrong.
I know about that.
Do you?
I had a deputy sheriff in Dodge City try to beat the difference into me with a wet rope. I know all about right and wrong.
And what about justice, Caswell? What about that?
I'm supposed to know about justice?
More than most men, probably. Right and wrong, they could try to beat into you, but justice... Those marks came at the end of a rope, didn't they?
Don't you worry about my neck.
That's where you were when I reached back in time. You were at the end of a rope, weren't you? 6 or 8 feet off the ground, and I got to you in that one fraction of a second before your neck was broken.
When you're dangling at the end of a rope, it don't matter whether you're 1 foot off the ground or 100. You're just hanging there. Seems like it ain't ever gonna end.
You were hanged because you killed someone, weren't you?
A whole territory full of them. I stopped counting after 20.
20 men?
Yeah. They all had it coming.
In that case, I'm going to have to send you back.
Back?
To where you belong. To the very same moment, if I can.
And that'll be justice, huh? I died once already, mister. I've been to hell. You try it sometime. Try getting your head put in a noose. And when they run the horse out from under you and that rope pulls you up and you hang there with your feet kicking and your hands tied behind your back and the pain, then you tell me about justice.
And the victims you killed, Caswell, those 20 men, they died with no pain?
You're just talking words now. Victims and justice and right and wrong. Well, they sound good in a nice warm room on a full stomach. They sound nice and they go down easy. But you try 'em on an ice cold mesa, where another man's bread and another man's jacket are all that's left between you and staying alive. Or try 'em in a dirty town where you gotta walk backwards from morning till night because 10 men got a target picked out between your shoulder blades. And for every one of them, there's a whole lot more with the same idea. No, you get in that machine and go back to where I was. And then you talk about your law and your order and your justice. The words will sound plenty different.
That may be. But I've made my decision. I'm sending you back.
Oh, you are, huh? I know your kind. Clean-faced Johnny-come-lately dandies who'd ride around in trains, rolling nice and easy over the graves of men like me.
Stand back.
You think I'm scared of a little gun like that? I had me a Colt 45 with a whole lot of notches on the grip.
Get in that machine now.
You don't tell me what to do. I hate your kind.
I'm warning you.
Yeah? Well, I'll do more than that. I'll take that pop gun clean away from you, because you don't have the guts to use it.
Let go! Let go!
Don't you ever draw on me. Well, that's what I think of your note-taking machine. You stay down, if you know what's good for you. I'm gonna go out and get some of that northern hospitality.
I don't like his looks. I don't like the face or the eyes or the expression. The overall appearance is disquieting, even disturbing. I can't escape the feeling that I've taken a 19th century primitive and transported him to a modern day jungle. Heaven help whoever gets in his way.
Paper! Evening paper!
Hey, cab! I need a cab.
Get your Franks here! Hot pretzels!
Too much noise.
Look at that guy.
Who does he think he is?
Hey, man, nice costume.
Get out of my way.
Who are you, a drugstore cowboy?
Hey, move it, pal.
Look at his eyes. What's wrong with him?
Another crazy.
I gotta get away.
Are you still there? Honey, we can talk it over, can't we, honey? Don't you hang up on me. Don't you dare, you rat.
Let me in. Let me in.
I'm making a call. Do you mind?
Get out.
Take your hands off me.
Right now.
Okay, I'm going. What are you, nuts?
I can't think. With all that noise.
What happened?
That man, he threw me out of the phone booth.
He looks dangerous.
I'm calling the cops.
Stop it. Stop it!
There was an overtime on your call. Please deposit 25 cents.
Who's talking to me? Who's talking to me? Where are you?
Please deposit an additional 25 cents.
Shut up! Shut up! Let me out!
Hey, that guy wrecked the phone booth.
That's vandalism.
Grab him.
Not me.
Somebody get the police.
Out of my way.
Hey, Artie, another draft over here?
Coming right up. Hey there, cowboy. You from the village people? What'll it be, pal?
Make it stop.
Something wrong?
Too much noise. Too much noise.
You mean the music? Whoa, now. Hey, what are you doing? Put the gun away.
I said, make it stop!
Something tells me we better get going.
Excuse me, Artie.
We need some fresh air.
Yeah, that's it.
Gonna be an expensive evening, pal.
What?
That'll cost, plenty.
It was too loud.
Hey, look, buddy, I don't want any trouble. But if you don't pay for it, I'm gonna have to. It's worth a bundle, too, so... Whatever cash you got on you, a credit card. No checks, though.
Give me a drink.
Hey, easy, pal.
Right now.
Sure. You want the bottle? Here you go.
Something wrong?
No, nothing, pal, not a thing.
Good.
With that gun sitting there, you could tell me it was high noon on the 4th of July, and we were fishing for whales off a canoe, and I'd say you was right as rain. How's the whiskey? I can give you the good stuff if you want.
What is that thing?
That thing?
In the corner. Where'd the music come from?
It's a jukebox. Just a plain old jukebox. You been in stir, buddy?
Sir?
Up the river.
What river?
The big house. Jail?
Yeah, I've been in jail lots of times.
Matter of fact.
But I got out.
You sure did.
This last time, though. I'm trying to remember.
Well, you take your time now. There's no pressure. Matter of fact, why don't you just mosey on out? Have yourself a nice hot bath.
You got baths?
Not here, but you can get one almost anywhere. Try the Carlton Arms. Rooms don't cost much.
I just need sleep. That's what I need.
There you go.
Some quiet and some shut-eye.
Sure, I understand.
It's crazy out there.
That it is.
All those things running around.
Which things is that now?
With the wheels, the carriages with no horses.
You mean cars?
They make all that noise. Worse than a herd of cattle.
There's too many of them nowadays, that's for sure.
It's like thunder all the time, and lights everywhere you look going on and off, and...
Well, that's life in a big city. You know what you ought to do. Move out of Manhattan. Go on upstate, in the country, where you can get some peace.
Yeah.
Catch a train. Like to do that myself one of these days.
Where's the station?
Well, you can go out of Penn or Grand Central, but first, take my advice. Get some sack time. Have yourself a good night's sleep. Things will look better in the morning.
I already tried that.
Take a bottle with you. On the house. Take two. It'll help you sleep. Go on now. Carry these home and...
What's that?
Where?
On the wall.
Just a flat-screen TV. You know what that is, don't you?
Looks like a window.
Yeah. That's what it is. A window. You can see whatever you like. Take your pick. Got all kinds of channels. Here, I'll give you a demonstration. What do you want to watch? You like this show? Well, it's okay by me. I'll turn it up for you. Not too loud.
All right, hombre. I'm giving you a chance to draw. You better make your move.
Missed.
What'd you do that for?
He drew first.
All right, cowboy, that's it. You gotta pay me for the TV, too. Police! Police! Stop that man! He's got a gun!
Hey, get out of the street! Aren't you drunk?
Keep away!
Did you see that?
That guy shot the taxi cab.
Wait, here comes the mounted police. He'll stop him.
You! Hold it right there!
He's going in the park, officer!
I said hold!
Leave me be.
Hold up. Put your hands in the air.
I was just trying to get him.
You're not going anywhere. Hands where I can see him. This is Hendricks. I need backup. Central Park West.
You the sheriff?
That's right, partner. Spread them.
You ain't taking me in.
Your hands behind your back.
Not this time.
Put your hands behind your back. Put it away. Stop. Don't resist arrest.
Easy, horse. This place is worse than Montana territory. Let's go. Get up.
Evening, sir.
Evening.
I'll get the door for you.
Thanks.
Sir?
Yeah.
Are you a tenant?
Me?
I haven't seen you before.
I have to drop something off.
Which floor?
What?
Most of the offices are closed now.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Except for Dr. Mannion.
Right.
He likes to work late. Stays all night sometimes.
Mannion? Yeah, that's it. I have to drop something off for Dr. Mannion. He's still here?
Maybe. Maybe not.
What does that mean?
Never can tell. He could have gone down the back stairs.
Worth a try.
How's that?
I say I'll see if he's still here.
3rd floor. You can't miss it.
Thanks. Yeah, worth a try, all right. Didn't even lock his door. Come on, where's the cash box? Maybe in the back office. Gotta be a wall safe somewhere. What in the... Ah, jeez. Somebody else had the same idea. This guy's been beat up good. If he dies, I ain't gonna take the rap for this.
Doc. Hey, Doc. Doc. Doc, wake up. You gotta help me. I can't make it here.
Just move away from the body, cowboy.
Who are you?
Me? Who are you? Buffalo Bill?
Help me lift him up so we can bring him around.
Forget it.
Ah, he's all right. We just had a little scuffle is all.
Well, he's stone cold now.
Doc, hey, Doc.
I told you, forget it.
What are you doing here?
I thought the place was empty.
What do you want?
Same thing as you. I'm gonna help myself to whatever I can. But it looks like you got here before me. With the place being dark, I figured I'd be all alone. You checked the desk, did you?
Get out.
My, what big muscles you have. I'm shivering in my boots.
Get out, I said.
Not so fast.
What's that?
What's it look like?
You'd pull on me?
If I feel like it. What are you gonna do about it?
Well, how about this?
I'm waiting. What you got there? Cat pistol?
No more shells.
Now, as I was saying, I don't expect to keep so much cash in here, but he must have a safe. You know where it is? I asked you a question, cowboy. So, what's all this on the wall? Some kind of electrical stuff.
He's a doctor.
Oh yeah? That means he's rolling in dough.
I told you to get out.
All right, you asked for it.
Missed. Shouldn't draw a gun unless you know how to use it.
I don't need a gun. I got my bare hands. Sure, cowboy. Once I choke the life out of you. How do you like this? Window cord around your neck. Feel good? Huh? Huh? Can't fight if you can't breathe. And your time's just about run out. Sweet dreams, cowboy. Now, get my gun. Go down the back stairs. Wait a minute. Didn't see that. What's in there? Some kind of secret chamber. Maybe that's where he keeps his dough. Hey. Hey. Open the door. Open the door.
Hold it. He's back.
What? How?
That's not him.
No, it's not.
Then who?
Cut him down. Hurry up, cut him down.
I got it, Sheriff.
Help him.
Yes, sir.
Here, use my knife.
Let him down easy.
It don't matter now, his neck's broke.
But that ain't Joe Caswell.
No, sir. Sure ain't the man we hanged.
Then, who is it?
Look at his clothes.
What kind of clothes are they?
I don't know. Some kind of city get-up. Fancy shoes and all.
Then who is he?
It's not Caswell, Reverend. It's a stranger. Someone I've never seen before.
Me neither.
I put the noose around his neck myself.
Around Caswell's neck. I don't know who this is.
What kind of devil's work is this?
I don't know if it is the devil's work.
Did we hang an innocent man, then?
I hope not. I pray to God not.
Amen.
Put the body across one of the horses. We'll take him back to town for now.
Yes, sir.
This is November 14th, in the year of our Lord, 1880, the aftermath of a Montana necktie party. The victim's name? Paul Johnson, a minor league criminal from the city of New York and the taker of another human life. No comment on his peculiar death save this: justice can span years, and there's no statute of limitations on retribution. It can happen in an instant or across centuries, which is really the same thing in the Twilight Zone.
More from the Twilight Zone after this.
Hi, this is Carl Amari, producer of the Twilight Zone radio dramas. I'd like to take a moment to tell you about our official website at twilightzoneradio.com, where you'll get the latest news and information on these Twilight Zone radio dramas. Plus, at twilightzoneradio.com, you can digitally download 3 free episodes or any of our episodes for only $1.95 each. In this age of ever-changing technology, we've decided to make these episodes instantly available to you by making the Twilight Zone radio dramas a digital download-only series. This means that this series will no longer be offered on CD. The CD collections at our website are now being offered while supplies last at buy one, get one free. So be sure to get your favorites before they're sold out. Be sure to visit us often, and I'll see you in the zone.
Execution, starring Don Johnson with Stacy Keach as your narrator, was adapted for radio by Dennis Etchison and written for The Twilight Zone by Rod Serling, based on a story by George Clayton Johnson. Heard in the cast were Joby Cerny, Terry Berner, David Darlow, Norm Waddell, Richard Hensel, Rick Arthur, Rick Peoples, Brandon Els, Oksana Fedanushin, DJ Howard, Sarah Court, Carl Amari, and Karen Anglin. The producers of The Twilight Zone wish to thank CBS Enterprises and the Rod Serling Estate for making this series possible. This copyrighted radio series is produced and directed by Carl Amari for Falcon Picture Group and Westwood One. Sound design and custom Foley effects for The Twilight Zone by Cerny American Creatives Bob Benson, Craig Lee, Matt Sorrow, Tim Cerny, and Todd Beyer. To learn more about the Twilight Zone radio dramas and to contact us, visit our official website at twilightzoneradio.com. Doug James speaking.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
All right, you got me. Where are we going, smart guy?
Hang on, Caesar, you'll see.
Uh-huh, that's a good one.
Is it?
You know I can't see nothing in here.
Patience.
What am I, a doctor?
Very funny. At least try, will you? It's a virtue.
What is?
Patience. It means it doesn't come natural. You have to cultivate it like a garden.
What do you think? I grow on a tree? Don't answer that.
Here we are. This will only take a minute.
It better. I can hardly breathe.
Quiet now, Caesar. We're going inside.
Mommy, did you see that?
See what, dear?
That man with the suitcase. He was talking to himself.
Shh, now don't stare.
But he was, honest.
Come along, dear.
Hi there, Freddie.
Oh, hello, Mr. West.
Ah, you got a lot of new merchandise.
Every day.
Yeah, look at all the TV sets and the watches. Is that a Rolex?
Only a knockoff, I'm afraid. Something I can help you with?
Well, now, the question is, can I help you? And you know, I might be able to do that little thing, seeing as how business is booming.
Looks can be deceiving. What have you got for me today, Mr. West?
Patience, my boy. I'll just be putting the case down, if you don't mind.
Not on the counter, please. It's glass.
Oh, yes, of course.
Hey, take it easy.
Quiet, Caesar.
What say?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. Now, where is it? Ah, right here in my pocket. Feast your eyes on this. Did you ever see such a timepiece?
Well, to be honest...
Been in the family for years.
$3.
Surely you're joking.
5 tops.
Oh, now, you might want to put your glasses on. It's got a jeweled movement, a gold case and chain.
Gold-plated.
Well, nonetheless, this is a real antique. You don't see watches like this anymore.
True enough. People wear wristwatches nowadays.
Listen, Freddie, I'm between engagements at the moment. It's strictly temporary. In fact, I have an audition this afternoon, a very important audition.
$5, Mr. West. Take it or leave it.
All right. I'll take it.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Don't worry, your luck's bound to change.
Sure it is, sure.
Here's your pawn ticket. Don't lose it.
I won't. We'll be back to claim it soon enough.
We?
Yeah, Caesar and me. We're a team, you know. I couldn't do the act without him.
That right.
The watch. Please don't sell it.
I'll do my best. For 30 days at least.
Thank you. Kindly.
Mr. West.
Yes?
What about him?
What, you don't mean Caesar?
I'll give you $25 for the dummy. With the case. All those stickers on it from all over the world. There are collectors, you know, for that sort of thing.
Oh. Well, thank you just the same, but I'm afraid Caesar's not for sale.
Mr. Jonathan West, ventriloquist, comedian, and master manipulator of a dummy. A small splinter with large ideas, very aptly named Caesar. A wooden tyrant with a mind and a voice of his own. Only a few minutes from now, he'll do his best to talk Jonathan West into a brand new act to be performed exclusively in the Twilight Zone.
And now, The Twilight Zone and our story, Caesar and Me, starring Jason Alexander, with Stacy Keach as your narrator.
Hello, Mrs. Kadehi? Any mail for me? Ah, now what was that?
Got you.
Aye, it's you, Susan. Huh, I thought a bee had stung me.
Maybe it did.
This is the last time I'll warn you, child. Stop playing with poison darts.
They're not poison, Aunt Agnes. It's only a pea shooter.
Give it to me.
I didn't hurt him.
Good morning, Mrs. Kadehi. No harm done. She missed me.
Now can I go out and play?
Good morning, Mr. West. Off you go.
I'll bet you didn't get a job.
Well, now...
Susan, go out and play.
Yes, ma'am. See you later, Jonathan.
Be gone with you, scat.
Bye now. She's a lovely child you have.
I'm sorry, Mr. West. I don't know what I'm going to do with that girl.
No, I understand, Miss Cadet. You certainly have your hands full with the rooming house and all.
That I do.
No mail, I presume?
Not yet.
And, no calls?
None at all.
Well, then, I'll just go on up to my room if you don't mind.
Take him everywhere, do you?
Oh, I try. Wouldn't do to go on an audition without Caesar, now, would it?
I suppose not. Still, he must be awfully heavy.
No. He's light as a feather, he is. My old friend Caesar. He's not heavy. He's my partner. Come along, Caesar. I'll make us a bite to eat. Won't that be lovely?
Oh, Mr. West, if I could have a word with you.
Oh, yes, of course. Just let me take care of Caesar here. I'll be right down. Well, there we are. Back safe and sound. About time. There you go. Watch your legs. Mighty stuffy in there. Is it? You're gonna have to get me some new summer clothes. I'm sweating pine sap. Caesar, you're such a kidder. You are. Relax, why don't you? Better buy some new furniture while you're at it. A guy could get splinters sitting in a chair like this. Where'd you get it? Sing Sing? Ha, that's a good one. Sing Sing. The chair. I think I'll use that in the act. What act? I ain't seen that audience since they invented vaudeville. Here's your slippers. I'll just pull them on for you. Yeah. Ain't you forgetting something? What's that? Oh, no. I didn't forget, Caesar. Here's your copy of Variety so you can keep up with the show business. This is last week's. Is it now? Well, no. You see, the subscription's run out. I've been meaning to renew it. See that you do. All right. I'll fix us some lunch. How's that sound? The least you can do. A guy deserves a little comfort once in a while. Well, that he does. Let's see here. Well, looks like it's soup today. Is that all you got? I'm afraid it's all that's left, Caesar. But don't you worry. We'll get a booking any day now. We'll be headliners, yeah? Just like you and that other guy used to be. Only I won't skip out on you like he did. You better not. Or I'll... No. No, I won't run off with some girlie and leave you sitting in a pawn shop window. No, sir. You can count on me. It's you and me, pal. Forever. You got that right. The soup will hit the spot. Just a light lunch, you know what I mean? My mother used to say, never eat too much when you're hot and tired. Why don't you stop kidding yourself, buddy? How's that, Caesar? Face it. You're finished. Now, why would you go and say a thing like that? Because I can read the handwriting on the wall. You're going nowhere fast. No, but I told you, Caesar, we've got an audition this afternoon. Today's the day. I can feel it. We're going to knock 'em dead. Yeah, bore 'em to death. No. You'll see. Wait till they hear the new material. We'll be going in a few minutes, just as soon as I put on my tie and comb here. Wash your face while you're at it. You look like something the cat dragged in. Right. Good idea. That feels much better. Who's that? It's you, Susan. You know, you really ought to knock first.
I don't have to. This is my aunt's house.
Well, just the same.
Show me how to make him talk.
Well, I'd like to, Susan, but we're on our way downtown.
Show me.
Oh, we've got an appointment, a very important appointment. An audition.
Just do it once, Jonathan. The part where he laughs, I want to see what you do with your fingers to make his head move back and forth.
Okay, Susan.
Where are you going?
To the mirror. I have to put on my tie.
But you can't do it from over there.
Sure I can. Just you watch. Caesar, what did the lady say she'd do with you if you misbehaved? She said she was going to slice me up into a Venetian blind. And what did you say? I said, oh, you make me shudder. There. How's that?
I didn't see your lips move.
That's right, you didn't. I'm the best there is.
If you're so good, how come you can't get a job?
All that's about to change, young lady. This very day.
You said that before.
Susan? Susan, where are you?
You better run along.
Susan!
Coming! You won't get the job, I bet.
Oh, now, Susan. Keep that brat out of this room. Don't listen to her, Caesar. You'll see. Today, we're gonna kill him. Now, Mr. Miller?
Anytime.
All right, then.
If you're not ready...
No, we're ready. Okay, Caesar. Quite stolen. Hello, Caesar.
Hiya.
I heard a new one the other day.
That's a surprise.
I wonder if I told it to you.
Is it funny?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
Then you didn't.
Oh, hey, Caesar, I think I met your father the other day.
Where?
In a toothpick factory.
Get out of here.
No, excuse me, Caesar. It was a chopstick factory. A chopstick factory? Or was it your mother?
I thought you were the straight man.
Well, Caesar, at least I can stand up straight.
I'd like to see you stand up if I stick my mitt in your back.
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to hurt you.
Just watch what you're doing with those fingers, all right? Don't know where they've been.
Well, let me give you a hand. A hand, you see? He said... Is the microphone on?
It's on.
Would you like me to run through the juvenile delinquent routine? It's very funny, if I do say so.
That'll be all.
But you haven't heard the last part?
No, but I've heard the first part, and it's more than enough. We'll be in touch.
Oh. Okay, Mr. Miller, I'll leave my phone number, if it's all right with you.
Sure thing. Next.
Must have had a fight with his wife this morning.
Or maybe he got a new hearing aid so he could hear your crummy jokes.
Come on, Caesar. We're going home. There. That ought to do it. Clean shirt, tie all pressed. The suit's just about had it, though.
Pardon me for asking a stupid question, but what are you so chipper about?
You'll see. Tomorrow.
Another lousy audition?
Nope. Not this time. I am not talking about a nightclub job.
Well, what in blazes are you talking about?
I've been thinking, Caesar, and I came up with a plan.
Oh, a plan, huh?
You'll see. This one may change our lives.
Okay, surprise me. But I'll bet my bottom dollar that whatever it is, it flops.
Don't you have any faith in me?
Why should I? I know you.
Stick by me one more time. Will you, buddy? Just this once. Things will change, I promise. I swear it. Give me one more chance. Okay?
Okay. Once more. But that's it. You get one last shot. After that, we do things my way. As far as I'm concerned, you're living on borrowed time. You get me, buddy?
Good morning, Mrs. Gaddahi.
Yes, it is. Oh, Mr. West. There's something I'd like to talk to you about.
I know, Mrs. Gaddahi, the rent.
I'm sorry to mention it.
Well, you'll be pleased to know I'll be able to straighten it out this evening.
Oh, that would be very nice.
Yes, indeed. I've made a decision. I'm going to look for a day job.
Really?
Something temporary, I understand, until the show business picks up.
I think that's a splendid idea. In that case, as long as you're in this frame of mind, maybe I can help. I've been saving something for you. Here, take this card.
Card?
My cousin's. He works at an employment office.
You don't say. Active employment agency. If we can't place you, there are no jobs. It's clever. Well, thank you, Mrs. Gaddahi. You're a living doll.
You're welcome, Mr. West. It's not far. You can walk there from here. Just turn right at the first corner, then go 5 or 6 blocks. You can't miss it.
Yes, of course. Well then, I might as well go there right now. Why not? First stop of the day.
You do that. And good luck, Mr. West. I really mean it. The very best of luck to you.
Well, here's an application form.
Thank you, Mr. Smiles.
But we should be able to cut through some of this, seeing as how you know Jeannie.
Well, I should hope so.
Typing.
How's that?
How many words a minute? I'll fill it in for you.
Well now,
No typing. Well, how about sales?
How do you mean?
Oh, you know, retail, commission, that sort of thing.
To be honest...
Go on.
Not really.
I see. Any mechanical aptitudes?
You mean in the sense of machinery?
Exactly.
Appliances, automobiles, and so forth?
Yes.
Well, in that case, Mr. Smiles, no.
Food preparation, perhaps. Restaurant work, service industries.
Not that I can recall.
Mr. West, have you ever held a position of any sort? Ever made any kind of a regular salary at any time in your life, at any time at all? That is, besides show business.
Oh, yes.
Doing what, may I ask?
I once worked in an office.
Well, that's a start.
In an office building, actually.
As?
An elevator operator.
You know, Mr. West, most all buildings today have automatically controlled stop and start systems.
Yeah. True enough.
So there's simply no call for elevator operators nowadays.
No, of course not. There wouldn't be, would there?
I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do for you right at the moment.
I see. Well, thank you. Thank you for your time.
But if you'll leave your name with the receptionist, I'll be in touch.
Yes, I'm sure you will.
Jonathan can't find a job. Jonathan can't find a job.
Okay, Susan, that's enough.
The truth hurts, doesn't it?
What do you know about the truth?
You're scared to tell my aunt because you're behind in your rent.
Look, why don't you go outside and play?
Jonathan's broke. Jonathan's broke.
Well? Well, what?
I see. It's like that, is it? I told you so.
Please, Caesar.
Now what?
I don't know. No matter what I do, it doesn't work out.
What else is new?
If I could just get some money together. Not much. Enough for the rent and some food. Then I'd be able to think clearly without these pressures.
Just a little money for rent and food, huh? Chump change. Is that all you want out of life?
Right now, that'll do.
You're a clod. You're a real potato head.
I try. I'll give it my best.
Your best stinks.
I can't even remember my lines anymore. I shake so bad my lips move.
Tell me something I don't know for a change.
That's it. Caesar, I'll give up. I've had enough.
I'm the one who's had enough. Get that through your thick skull.
You?
Let me spell it out for you. The cold, hard facts.
I think I already know.
This is the way it's gonna be, and what you're gonna do.
Save your breath. I'm a failure.
Will you shut up and listen? There are more ways than one to skin a cat.
Meaning?
You dummy. I'm talking about money. Cash. Moolah. There are other ways to get a hold of it.
I've tried everything.
You have not tried everything. Now dummy up while I lay it out for you. Where are we now?
In front of the furniture store.
I don't mean that, stupid. I mean, how far are we from the delicatessen?
Not so loud.
Why? Is anybody around?
No.
And follow the plan. You remember the plan, don't you?
I don't know about this, Caesar.
Will you cross the street? Tell me when we're in front of our mark.
All right, but please be quiet.
Hey, what's going on?
I lost my footing on the curb. The street lamp is out.
Good. That's a break. Are we on the sidewalk now?
Now we're in front of the deli.
All the lights off inside?
Aye, all off.
Is the coast clear?
Yes, there's no one coming in either direction.
Okay. You know what to do. Stop wasting time. Move already.
Are you sure about this?
Sure, I'm sure. Take the hammer out of your pocket. That's it. Now do it.
You didn't tell me there'd be an alarm.
Get inside before somebody sees you. Move. Now you got it, buddy. Go for the cash register. We're in business.
83, 84, 85. There you are, Mrs. Kadehi, all paid up.
Oh, my, isn't it nice to pay one's bills?
The nicest, Mum. The best way to start a grand new morning.
Better count it again, Aunt Jean.
Now, no need for that.
I don't trust him. See if it's real.
Now, Susan, be a good girl and go tidy up your room. Don't be fresh to Mr. West. He made a new start in life, haven't you, Mr. West?
Sure enough. A new start.
Jonathan has a job? I don't believe it.
Oh, pay no attention to her, Mr. West. You know how children are these days.
Yes, I understand. Now, if you've no objection, I'll be going on to my room. I want to get these groceries put away.
Surely. See you later, Mr. West.
No doubt. I can hardly believe it. Nothing but a lousy thief. What a way to make a living.
You couldn't make it any other way.
What's happened to me? What am I?
A no-talent guy who throws his voice.
It's worse than that. A second-rate burglar.
Third-rate.
Starving to death in the only profession I know, paying the bills by robbing a restaurant.
Well, that's showbiz.
Jonathan? Now who's he talking to?
Worse, I guess. It wasn't so bad, considering it was my opening performance.
Before you start taking too many bows, let me straighten you out.
Oh, ease off, will you, Caesar?
Not a chance. You're running out of time. Let me spell it out. You act penny ante because you think penny ante. That's the story of your life. From now on, you're gonna listen to me. We're moving up to the big time.
Big time?
Last night was just for openers. Tell me something. Your dream was always to play the palace, right?
Well, sure.
Okay, buddy. Stick with me. Get ready.
For what?
You're gonna play the palace after all. From now on, you're on top of the bill. Strictly big time.
The way you make it sound, I don't know if I like it.
Oh, you'll like it, all right. You're gonna be a star, buddy boy. Nothing but first class all the way. Top of the world, pal. Top of the world.
Oh, Mrs. Kadehi.
Yes?
I'll be going out now.
What's that?
Just for a few minutes. If I get any calls, take down the number, will you, please?
Surely, Mr. West. Have a pleasant afternoon.
Where are you going, Jonathan?
Out of the way, Susan.
You better be nice to me or I'll tell my aunt.
Tell her what?
Oh, things. I know what you're doing.
You do, huh? And what's that?
I heard you talking in your room.
I wasn't talking to anyone.
Yes, you were. You and Caesar.
Now listen, you little... Susan, please, you know it isn't nice to eavesdrop on people.
Stay away from me.
I'm not going to hurt you. But you shouldn't pry into other people's business. You don't know what you might find.
Like what?
Never you mind. Now, I'm going out to buy the morning paper, and when I get back, maybe I will teach you the art of ventriloquism. That's what you want to know, isn't it? Won't that be fun?
That's what you said before.
But this time, I mean it. You'll see. Now, you be a good girl. I'll be right back.
Susan, is that you?
Yes, Aunt Jean.
Come here and help me.
In a minute. Be right there. He's so dumb. He forgot to lock his door. Doesn't he ever clean this place up? There you are, Caesar. Sitting in that chair like you're real. Well, you're not. You're a dummy. Where'd you get that cigar? Don't you know there's no smoking? I'll get rid of it for you. Look at your little clothes in the closet. Think you're pretty smart, don't you, Mr. Stuck-Up? You better answer me or I'll wreck all your stuff. Come on, say something. I dare you. Uh-oh, here he comes. Well, just you wait. I'll be back. I know you can talk. I heard you. Hello, Jonathan.
Susan.
I gotta go.
Wait a minute. You weren't in my room, were you?
Let go of my arm. You're hurting me.
Why's the door open?
I'll tell my aunt.
Didn't she teach you to stay out of other people's rooms? What were you doing in there?
Wouldn't you like to know?
You little brat, tell me.
Why don't you ask him?
Caesar, what happened? Your cigar, what did she do to you?
Never mind. First things first. Where's my paper?
Here.
Open it for me.
Later. We've got to get out of this place.
Calm down, jerk.
I mean it, Caesar. She knows too much.
Hang on. After tonight's job, we'll be on Easy Street.
I told you, I'm not cut out for this line of work.
Will you cool it? You're eating better, aren't you? You're paying the rent. Where were you before? Nowhere. Now listen to me. This is the big one. The really big show.
This is the last time for me. The end.
Sure. Sure it is, pal. Now, I got it all worked out. Here's what we do.
All clear so far. There's nobody in the club.
And get a move on.
Where?
Mike, I told you, the front office.
What's that?
Nothing. Probably a mouse. Is that what you are? A mouse?
Caesar, please. I'm doing my best.
And stop shaking. You make me nervous. Keep walking. Backstage, remember?
I got it.
Where are we now?
I think this is the door.
Use the flashlight. What does it say?
Manager?
Bingo! Now hurry up.
I'm trying.
And don't forget, if the night watchman shows up, stay cool. You're looking for Mr. Miller. You were supposed to meet him here. Use the screwdriver, then the ice pick. Nice and slow, like I told you.
Look, suppose I can't open it.
You opened the back door, didn't you?
This is a different kind of lock. I can't, Caesar.
Stop whining. You want to be poor again?
There.
Now go on in. Go!
I don't know a thing about safe cracking, Caesar.
Put your ear to it. Turn the dial till it clicks. Patience, buddy, patience.
I'm not sure.
That's it. Now reverse. Atta boy! Pull the handle and you're in.
Will you look at all that money?
Never mind the coins. Grab the real dough.
All right, all right.
Now let's get out of here.
Hold on. Who's there?
It's just me, Jonathan West. Ventriloquist.
Oh?
You remember me?
Can't say as I do.
Mr. Miller told me to meet him here after the club closed, but I guess I missed him. Already gone, has he?
That's right.
Oh, well, then, I'll just be on my way.
Hold on. What's in the case?
This. Wait, you remember Caesar? Don't you? Caesar, say hello to the nice gentleman.
Howdy doody, Your Honor.
Oh, sure. From the other day. The audition. Yeah, Mr. Miller left about 15 minutes ago.
Did he now? Well, I'll give him a call.
I would now like to give you my impression of the great Jimmy Cagney. You dirty rat. Come on, Kappa. You're the guy who killed my brother.
Never mind, Caesar. We won't be holding you up any longer.
Sure thing. Some act you got there, mister.
Ain't you gonna count the money?
That was close. Too close.
What are you doing? You're not going to bed, are you? The night's still got braces on its teeth.
I'd feel a whole lot better if that watchman hadn't shown up.
Stop worrying. I'll cover for you. I'm your alibi.
But if he reports me?
Not you, pal. Us. We're a team. I'm behind you all the way.
Sure, I know. But what if...
Shut up about it already. All right, you want to turn in? Go ahead. Get your rest. You're gonna need it. Tomorrow's a whole new day. We'll be living the high life from here on out.
Here, Susan, eat your breakfast.
Aunt Jean?
Every bit of it.
Aunt Jeannie, can I see the paper?
You can read the funnies later.
Not the funnies, the front page.
Now, what would you want to see that for? Drink your orange juice.
If I do...
No deals. You're a growing girl. What's this? Karaoke club robbed last night. Thieves loot manager's office. Saints preserve us. It's just as well you don't read the paper, child. How are you coming with your eggs? Susan? Susan? Susan, come here this minute.
Hello? Police department? You better come quick. I know who robbed the karaoke club last night.
Eat up, pal.
I'm not hungry.
Not even for steak and eggs? You must be sick. Let me feel your head.
When I think of what it took to buy that steak, it makes me lose my appetite.
You like a roof over your head, don't you?
I'm a thief, plain and simple.
Here we go again.
A man has to live with himself, even if it's in the gutter.
Go on. And you're going to answer the door?
I knew it. What am I going to do?
Mr. West!
Relax, buddy boy.
Oh, hello, Mrs.
Mr. West, these two gentlemen, they're from the police. They'd like a word with you.
Why, of course.
Jonathan West?
Yeah, that's me. What can I do for you?
Well, it has to do with...
Thank you, ma'am. We'll handle it.
What seems to be the problem, officers?
We'd like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
Of course.
I'll just be downstairs.
Would you mind waiting a moment, ma'am? You may be of some help.
Glad to. Mr. West is one of my favorite boarders.
Yeah, Mrs. Kadehi, please sit down. Sorry, I'm a little short of chairs. It's just a room for one. Me and my friend here. But it suits us fine, doesn't it, Caesar? Say hello to the gentleman.
Mr. West, where were you last night about midnight?
Where was I? Well, that's easy. Right here, same as always. Wasn't I, Mrs. Kadehi?
Well, I do know that you don't usually go out in the evening, but I couldn't say for certain.
The sergeant down at the desk received an anonymous phone call. Said we should talk to you.
Why? I never go out that late. We were here all night, weren't we, Caesar?
You didn't go to the karaoke club?
You mean the nightclub?
Because the watchman said he saw you there.
Tell them, Caesar. Tell them.
Who's he talking to? The dummy?
Please, Caesar, tell them. Tell them how we wanted to play the palace.
Mr. West.
You don't believe me? Ask him. Caesar, tell them how we tried to get a job. We had nothing to eat. The rent was overdue, wasn't it, Mrs. Kadehi?
Oh, Mr. West.
Caesar, please tell them, so they'll understand what a failure I am. How you tried to help me. I'm not really a thief. Caesar, you're the smart one. I'm down on my knees. I'm begging you, tell them.
Stand up, Mr. West. You better come with us.
But Caesar, you said it was the two of us from now on. That's what he said, I swear. He said we were a team.
Come on with us, Mr. West. We need to take you down to the station.
Oh, he's always been such a decent man.
He's a no-good crook, isn't he, Caesar? Come on. You don't have to pretend. I won't tell, I promise. Look at this mess. Who's going to take care of you now, Caesar? Okay, go ahead. Act like you don't hear me. I don't care. You won't even turn your head or blink your eyes. All right, be that way. Just remember, I know you can talk, 'cause I heard you last night.
Psst. Hey, you.
Caesar?
Yeah, you. Come on back, honey.
I knew you talked, I knew it.
And I know you finked on him. Pretty smart. The way you made that call. You're a hip little kid. I like you. Lean down. I want to ask you something.
What?
You like living here with your aunt?
That's a stupid question.
I bet you'd like to
Thank
run
you
away
for
from
listening.
this flea trap. Okay.
Please like and subscribe.
From now on, it's you and me. We'll go to New York. I'll show you the bright lights. I know where the money is. What do you say?
Well, you are kind of cute.
Don't forget the suitcase.
It's a deal, Caesar. Come on.
Just you and me, kid. The big time. We're a team, see? A team.
An unlikely pair, a little girl and a wooden doll, a lethal dummy carved in the shape of a man. This is just a fantasy, of course, because everybody knows dummies can't talk unless they happen to learn their vocabulary in the Twilight Zone.
Caesar and Me, starring Jason Alexander with Stacy Keach as your narrator, was adapted for radio by Dennis Etchison and written for The Twilight Zone by Adele T. Strasfield. Heard in the cast were Zanny Laird, Meg Falcon, Rich Komanek, Lisa Joyce, Jeff Lupetin, Doug James, Roderick Peoples, C.J. Amari, Lynn Foley, and Carl Amari. To learn more about the Twilight Zone radio dramas and to obtain audio cassettes and CDs of these programs, visit our website at twilightzoneradio.com. The producers of The Twilight Zone wish to thank CBS Enterprises, Carol Serling, Dennis Etchison, Claire Simon Casting, Terry Jennings, XM Satellite Radio, Sirius Satellite Radio, our sponsors, and our radio affiliates for helping make this series possible. This copyrighted radio series is produced and directed by Carl Amari and Jason Mallow for Falcon Picture Group. Doug James speaking.